advancers, about 4,005. You got about 4,500 decliners and about 1,000 advancers. Things are getting very bearish here on the markets right now. This is from the markets holding up far too high for far too long. Coming in for this clean dip, as you can see. This is a very clean reversal that is very expected. You always make sure you follow along with the flow from oversold to overbought, and that thing is going to come back in for another round of that bearishness. So we keep up to date with all the alerts that go out along the Discord, letting us know what the next round of bullishness or bearishness is. And we already currently have our next incoming trends. I also am putting out the latest alerts right now for the swing trades and whatnot along in my section. For any of you who want to see those now, you can just take a quick peek at my section and make sure that you do get up into the Discord so you can see when we are selling out of those things on time, and you'll be able to see me keeping those things up to date. And I will always remind you to remember to lock in gains and handle your portfolio on asset management skills and whatnot. I do recommend you just stick to your small targets. Like go for a 7 to 15% target. Even though we might be in here getting these 100% gainers and stuff every day, it doesn't mean you have to. You should go for like 7 to 15% until you catch the flow of what you got going on. And especially when you start jumping in here, you trying to follow along with how I got going on because I've been doing this for a long time. So it's just natural for me. It's gonna take you a bit longer to catch up to exactly how I move and whatnot. So go for smaller targets and whatnot. And join in and just sit back and watch. You know how I go. I'll show you how it's done. And make sure that you do get over to our cryptocurrency channel as well, where I do update the latest cryptocurrencies for you guys, telling you what the price targets are and all the predictions and all that good stuff like that. Y'all know how I go. Let's get right back into it though. In fact, let's get into it now with SIDU, I believe being the first one on our list, right? Or FCEL being the first one on our list right now. FCEL is going to be great for a longer term investment. Out of this entire list, FCEL and SIDU are probably the best ones for a long term investment, and maybe this I-80 Gold down here. Just to let you know what my favorite ones are right now. EFSH also has some very big upcoming news as they are acquiring other companies right now that they're going to use to be able to push their company even further. But currently right now with FCEL, they got a very, very, very big, strong sell off because of the big, strong bearish that came into the market today. This big dip down here, they're going to be getting ready to buy this back up here closer towards the after hours. It's 1:34 where I'm at right now, and closer towards like 2:30 p.m. is when people really want to start to get in there for the next round of bullishness. That's why you don't see it making bullish divergence quite just yet, but it's getting very close to making that right now. If you go back down towards your overall monthly chart on FCEL, you'll be able to see down to a very, very, very big discount. They've already tried to been buying some of that back up, and they was buying that up there still during days of bearishness. The markets were still bearish even yesterday and whatnot, but that's very good on FCEL, showing very strong potential to come in for another hot leg up with average volume of 986,000. They do got a current volume of 11 million right now on FCEL stock. And for those of you who don't know what the FCEL is, fuel cell energy is engaged in delivering environmentally responsible distributed baseload energy platform solutions through its fuel cell technology. The company is a global manufacturer of stationary fuel cell and electrolysis platforms that decarbonize power and produce hydrogen. Its commercial technology produces electricity, heat, hydrogen, and water while separating carbon for utilization and or sequestration. We're about to look into Mumu right now for this current trend that's coming into FCEL right now. It comes down towards the after hours for swing traders because during the day trades, during the intraday, when you got all the day traders that are selling things off, I don't even trade during those times. I recommend that you don't even trade during those times. Day trades not even the things to really be going for. You're looking for like a natural consistency to be coming in. And if you're newer to trading, then it's going to be hard to keep up with day traders that have already been doing this for so long because we already know exactly how to do that. You're catching those quick bounces between off of different indicators, and it's a lot of different indicators that they use right now on FCEL stock. It's a lot more bearish and still coming into stock. You got extra larges going out, some larges going out. You got mediums coming in, which is a good sign because a lot of them are going to start to get bullish towards the after hours. And FCEL stock being in compliance is a good sign for extra larges to be getting ready to come in. This thing at $6. It's not like one of those penny stocks down there that's at like 20 cents. It's going to be some bigger orders looking to be coming into FCEL once this thing does really get bullish. and it's about that time on FCEL. We are putting out alerts for FCEL along in the Discord as well. And if you ever have any questions about any of these stocks and stuff like that, you can always join the Discord. I'm always in the classrooms and stuff like that, doing live trading. This stock is getting very hot right now. We've already been all over FCL. And I'll make another video. Since this is a bigger one, I'll make another video on this stock. It's gonna go for a longer term move. Next, we got SIDU. I said SIDU space. And this upcoming year, it's going to be a lot of stuff going on for these space stocks. A lot of stuff is gonna make all these space stocks bullish. So a lot of people are looking forward to getting into CEDU because it's down here towards the dollar versus a lot of those other space stocks. And I'll show you some of those in a minute that are at higher prices. And for those of you who don't know what CEDU space is, this is a multifaceted space and data as a service satellite company. This company is focused on mission critical hardware manufacturing, multidisciplinary engineering services such as satellite design, production, launch planning, mission operations, and in orbit support. And right now, the biggest space catalyst right now is SpaceX. They spaceships they spaceships will go on a mission, come back, and be able to re-land and then be able to get sent back out, which was the revolutionary advancement that we needed to be able to actually get out there and become a multi-planetary species and so on and so forth. And so this is just the beginning for all of these. So now be the time to be looking at which one you want to get. And we got SIDU talking about they got a gap up to about $1.68, and they can break past that one. They're going easily up towards over $2. And this is an easy one here, especially for newer traders, because it has a low float over here. Low stats over here. You got an average volume of 600,000. The current volume getting up to 700,000 on SIDU, and they got a free float on 4.8 million. That float will get filled pretty fast on a bullish day. It's only 4 million on there. Most of these most active stocks got like 200 million in volume. The most active stocks do probably like 200 million, and on average probably get us about 600 million throughout that day. But lately, since the market's been on much more of a dip, some people have been getting more bullish, making some of these stocks like CERO get over a billion in volume. These are rare cases. The CRO stock out of all the stocks, therapeutic stock out of everything too. It's not gonna stay up on the most active list, and then all that volume like that we seeing, we start to go over to the next stock in line, giving it another like ELAB, and ELAB is in prime position to have a massive spike, a short squeeze on this stock, because when you go into these stocks, you really want to just look at their short interest. You got short interest like that on a penny stock like that, and shorts about to have to cover their share because the shorts don't want to get caught in that stock when it gets delisted. They want to lock in their gains too, and they have hundreds of percents right now. That's an instant reversal, creating a short squeeze. And then ELAB will be the next stock to be getting those billions on volume. They just follow along with the flow of what's going on. But getting back into where we at right now on CU space, we are having some easy alerts going out on SIDU right now. And of course, either way, it's all about making sure you are in at the bottom. And right now, you got multiple coaches in the Discord putting out alerts for SIDU, talking all about SIDU stock. And you can pick your favorite. You're not going to be able to catch them. I guess. I mean, if you can catch them all, then go ahead and catch them all. But you really just get what you can, while you can, and make sure that you try not to overwhelm yourself because you will get overwhelmed with holding in on too much and stuff like that because these stocks start dipping down, some going up. You don't know how to reposition and stuff like that. Right now, we got a small bullish wave of cost distribution that's very good because it's really nothing holding this thing back at that. Well, once it breaks past that small resistance down there, it's under support. It's at support. This stock getting ready to explode right here. There's nothing even holding it back from here right now at all. We just need those extra larges to buy back in. You got big shorts trying to hold this thing back. Just like an instant explosion. And they got a gap to 2018 cents. Easy stock right there on SIDU. Hope anybody's seeing that on time. Next we got ELA. Next we got KXIN. Okay. This one right here, we were looking into KXIN yesterday. It was also having low volume and stuff like that, as it was having that sell off here into the after hours, and then coming into today in the pre-market, it started to gear up just a little bit more, just a little bit, which added to a quick bullish sentiment. And once this thing sold back off, it didn't really sell back too far off. Like it didn't really take off too far amidst the bullishness that came into the markets. Everything else, watch this. You got things that are really selling off right now. You got things going down like 100% right now in the market over the last week. Look at this. You got things that are really taking some dips back down. And these stocks I'm showing you right now, stocks like KXIN, this dip coming to KXIN is nothing like those dips that come in. And in fact, it's even still a little more bullish today. This one right here is going to come in for a spike. It's not going to hold up after it comes in for that spike. So you want to make sure you're being prepared for that. Back down to the lows that it's at right now. It is mid $2 is a perfect range to get in for the next bounce. They're gonna this one probably even explode towards the after hours. It's already filling up that float. KXIN got news today. What's this? About how KXIN explores acquisition of crypto mining company to drive growth strategies. It's a crypto mining company. I didn't even know. Okay, so KXIN has announced a significant strategy to development to a significant strategic development as it seeks to expand its business horizons. The company is in advanced discussions to acquire a controlling equity stake in a prominent crypto mining firm located in the Middle East. This target company utilizes cost-efficient Bitcoin mining machines and provides comprehensive cloud hosting services addressing the increasing demand of crypto mining sector. The mining facility's reliable energy supply enhances its operational resilience and efficiency, aligning with KXIN's objectives for sustainable and profitable growth. As a leading new energy vehicle manufacturer in China, KXIN is focused on establishing a competitive international market presence while promoting innovation and sustainability in its operations. Lots of potential positive outcomes about the announcement, indicating that Tyson Holdings is actively exploring strategic alternatives, which is just a proactive approach to growth and adaptability in changing markets. Amidst many, many other things that I don't have time to read through right now because there's much more for us to talk about. And it's just not only is getting ready coming for a quick spike off of news like that, but also notice that this thing on a massive discount and they getting ready to make this thing explode. We're gonna watch KXIN that is still here currently in compliance, a little bit safer than a lot of the other penny stocks, right? That could go even way higher. And we'll look forward to the next guys. In fact, I'll update this stock. What a coincidence, right? Now we've seen all these things, all these news and stuff like that, talking about crypto mining and whatnot. After I've been telling you guys, so for days and weeks now, it's time to get into the cryptocurrencies and crypto mining. Now after I done made these crypto videos, whole world going crazy on cryptos. Again, trying to make sure I bring you these things in time and up to date, so you can be part and knowing what's going on. Because the knowledge is power. Knowing is half the battle. The rest of whatever G.I. Joe said, I can't remember. But let's continue on. EFSH. Right now, this one here has some very positive news coming in. We were looking to yesterday about acquiring a company. Let me see where this go. It's hard to it's hard and yeah, another thing too. When you looking through the news on different platforms, some of those pieces of news, they not always really actual pieces of news. They be like FUD is what they call it. Just people trying to drive the sentiment in a certain direction. You see it a lot more for cryptocurrency, but like watch out for the platform where you're looking for your news on. But here we're just looking to the latest news right here on Bazinga. And if you want Webull, if you click on Bazinga, then it opens up your news just like that rather than take you to a whole other site. That's just a quick tip right there. But 1847 provides further detail on previously completed sale of High Mountain Door and Trim Division, reporting sales price of 17 million, more than doubling the original purchase price, adding in further to the bullish sentiment on EFSH. Right now, while this one is getting faced with the big bearishness of the markets, it might have a little bit harder time exploding. As you can see, even though we got a massive volume, 6 million in volume even coming in, it's overfilling that float. It's still holding down. They're gonna want to hold this one down. Shorts don't want to see that stock recover. And like when a lot of shorts are already starting to cover up those things, covering up those shares. Like look at this big explosion right here and that big spike and stuff. Those quick spikes, those be like quick rounds of short covering and stuff like that. And those will trick people as well. When you see those quick spikes coming in, identify those out if you got big short interest, and then you'll be able to tell if that bullish sentiment is really starting to kick in or not. And if the market is getting more bearish and they end up playing with the stock like that, it's not really that time just yet. So you can hold off just a bit. And if you can't hold off just a bit, what you want to do is go in for a smaller position size because it's probably going to dip down a little more. And if it dips down like 15-20%, you can average down heavy because you went in small already expecting for it to go down more because you're looking at the markets that were already coming in for the next round of the bearish divergence, which is being made right now. So time your entries correctly. And if you just can't hold off, use a smaller position size just to ease yourself up in there and always be aware and all that good stuff like that. Where we at with it? Next we got ELAB. Oh yeah, I want to go see EFSH on Moon. EFSH. No large is coming in just yet. Like I said, you can time this just a little bit better, and you might even get a bigger dip. You might even get a better discount. But one thing about this one is they got multiple gas fill. Look at this, multiple gas fill over $1. They finna go up to $2. It's looking good. It's looking good. And we'll keep on updating these as they go and whatnot. And then you already know I'll bring in the next 52-week lows. You only got to catch this set if you don't want to. And you're not going to catch them all. Just pick out what your favorite one is. That's why we covering them all so you can have the opportunity to actually pick out what your favorite one is rather than just one be making one and now you just only you forced to just be left with this one option. And, you missing out on opportunities on everything else. I like to keep you up to date on all the possibilities. And these are all the ones that I picked out from the 52-week lows. That's like a list of like 40 stocks. These are all with the big short interest, people buying up. Getting hit with some bearish today, which is good for you because you missed out on these before. You got another chance. Like the last time you missed out on ELAB, going from 1 cent all the way up to 5 cents, like we were learning out. ELAB as well, along in the Banco Ability Discord, letting you know to be getting in that thing on time. And we like in great gains off of easy stock. And I'm putting in more alerts talking about ELAB. Get in for the next bull run because off of this dip, they're gonna make it explode once again. It might not hold up. It won't hold up. It's gonna explode and then sell back off. Build some support up, all that good stuff like that. Notice how it didn't go back down to 1 cent. Right now, this thing, well, it did go like it went to the low 2 cents down there, but still going, still making higher lows than from before. And if it continues to climb up and then make support and stuff like that, then ELAB be prime for a bigger explosion, especially since along that way it'll be a lot of short sellers covering their shares, adding on to the bullish sentiment and a wrecked penny stock like ELAB. One thing for you don't know what this is, they make skincare products and like that. And I for me myself, I take into consideration when the stocks be on this big sell offs and stuff like that, what they may have faced to put themselves in such a position, and what they making might not be doing a good job. Well, they probably not getting the job done. They skin care, not really caring for that skin. And they need to fix that. Next, you got NMHI. Nature's miracle has surprised us all in the last few days. We wasn't expecting this thing to be coming in for moves like that. Like this was huge on Nature's miracle, and then they did it again and again. I'm like, man, but this thing right now going down to 9 cents, right under 10 cents, prime position. Let me tell you why. Because the last time this thing was at that 9 cents, 10 cents, it exploded to 43 cents, and then after that it went to about that 9 cents. It exploded up to about 23 cents. Retesting this 9 cents. Notice that it's not selling off further. You got that last candlestick smaller than ever and creating a quick wick at the bottom of that candlestick, and you go back in and look at your 15-minute chart, it's because they buying that up here. Because we're getting closer towards the end of the day, and like I tell you, they want to start to get bullish and looking for bullish divergence, and bullish divergence starting to be made on NMHI right here towards the end of the day. We can go back to that KXIN is already making that bullishness. Like I say, I don't say this stuff for nothing, man. Look at EFSH, already still up positive for the day. These are easy moves. Easy moves. You just catch those in time. Right, follow along with the flow. Next, you got where we at? Oh yeah, NMHI. Big bull run ahead. They're gonna make this one spike. Don't miss this. Next, you got oh yeah, here. Well, I'll go ahead and show you NMHI. NMHI. And this has already been going off in the Discord with parabolic alerts coming out and all the coaches alerting this thing up, talking about buying this thing right now. It's going to be an easy 70% if you catch those things on time. And then if you catch those things when they saying it in the after hour, because he was putting that thing right on 11:12, then you get yourself a massive explosion in the stock next day on 11:13 at 10 a.m. no less for an easy bull run. Or maybe you even caught it before that. Follow along with the early alerts that were going out because this thing done getting picked up by the parabolic scan bot for multiple rounds, and it is going to get picked up for the next alerts going out as well. That was a great alert, Coach A. If you're seeing this, and guys, not only will you be able to follow along in my alerts along in the Discord, letting you know when to buy and sell and all that stuff like that, you'll be able to follow along, and there are other coaches alerts, and they are putting out their things saying when to buy, when to sell. It's all the same. Buying at those lows and oversold and locking in gains that they become overbought. Like you can see Coach A throwing that thing out. Like you can see Coach Crawford throwing them out. You can go down to any section you would like to and find the ones. Only thing is, we all maybe sleep at different times and trade at different times. Many from bankability, they're coming in from around the world. So people got different time frames. So I don't know where you seeing this video from, but like right now for me it's 1:52 p.m. It might not be the same exact time as you where you're at. Those are things to consider when you're trying to equate your stocks or your markets or whatever to another person over there. But continuing on, IAUX, this one get ready to come in for the easiest bull run out of all of them on IAUX stock. This one here is massive in short interest, has been climbing up more and more. And when you see a stock that's been steadily climbing up in short interest, or just is instantly spiked up in short interest rather than already been up there in short interest, just stayed up there, well, it's going to be an easier short squeeze target because the flow of this stock, the flow of this short interest, in a sense, being back overbought, we're going to watch that thing go back down towards over. So you just follow along with the flow of the chart. And when they start covering those shares, we'll watch to see that chart go back down, and there's going to be less and less shares, less and less shorts to be covering those shares across the board, which is a great chance right now because as you can see, they ain't even start yet. You know what I mean? And then you go back down towards your 1 minute chart. I mean your monthly chart. Look at this. You get yourself a big discount, an easy bull run. It just comes down to one bullish day. It's not gonna be the easiest for newer traders and stuff like that who can't handle the pressure of this thing needing a little more pressure because they got a free float of 3.59 million and they only getting up to a volume of about 26 million right now. On average, they're only getting about 6 million. So but it's on the 52-week lows nonetheless, and it's still big and short interest, and they are getting very excited even right now as we speak. As you can see, because it's oversold, we might be even able to see after hours explosion, and shortly it's going to go back up to overbought back towards that 40 something cent for an easy bull run. And once it gets up there, it's going to be doing all those spikes and whatnot like it was doing before. And next thing you know, it's gonna be on a clean multi-day bull run back up. Not a quick spike back up there, but a multi-day bull run in IAUX. Already going for IAUX along in the Discord. Already sitting positive in IAUX. Things getting a bit more bearish today's and whatnot, but again, you'll be able to see when we put out alerts telling you when to buy and when to sell back on the 13th and stuff like that. And then you won't miss out when I'm telling you it's time to keep on holding in on that stock for the bull run or whatever whenever all that good stuff. Next you got APDN. Okay, this one right here to get ready to make a massive bull run, bigger than all the rest of them. This one is about to instantly spike up to about $4. When I say this thing is going to spike, just like you can see it came in the last time, it's going to get volatile up there once all the day traders notice this thing and get back active in this thing. They're not noticing just yet. You got about a volume of 2.43 million in there. That's all on the average volume of 11.44 million. It's just not enough pressure to fill up a float of about 50 million. And when sitting at about 16 cents right now, you're still down about 7%, which is a decent dip that you might want to be loading in up on APDN, because last time this stock was even down towards these lows. In fact, it was lower than the last time it was down at those lows. Last time it was down at those lows about 30 cents. It exploded to about $4 almost. And now it's even cheaper than that with heavier shorts up in there because they've been pushing that thing down lower than they can. So they're gonna be getting ready to cover those shares back up in a massive bull run on APDN stock. It's just a matter of time before those extra larges want to start to buy back up into this stock. You want to follow along with the flow of everything that is going on as these daily short sellers start to cover their shares and add back in that pressure. You'll start to see APDN fill those gaps back up to about 28 cents. Get choppy up there in between, and then once it breaks past that resistance up there up until about 41 cents, it's another gap to fill it up towards about 56 cents. And we can even look even further. Look at this. These some easy bull runs. Like this thing is really getting ready to make a move, man. You might not want to miss out on this one. And it still might be a while because of keep in mind the overall markets are all just completely messed up and wrecked right now. Like 5,000 decliners, you got like 1,000 advancers. They still selling everything back off, as you can see most recently, even right now. So there's strong puts and whatnot. Like right now, people are going. We already got our new targets for what the markets are going to be using our algo breakouts and all that stuff like that, and they are projected to be a bit more bearish. So you watch out for that. We use these to get our options plays, know what the next direction is and whatnot. There's many different type of alerts you can follow along and letting you know what's going to be going on next. And I'm always here for you guys as well. You ever got any questions, just let me know. I always know what's going on. I always know it's about to explode next. If you ever wondering what exactly I'm holding in on, feel free to ask. Ain't no pressure. Next, you got SYRS. Syros Pharmaceuticals coming in for the big. It's about to make a big bull run because they got a massive gap to fill all the way to the highs about $2.54. It's gonna be an easy one once it actually starts to really come in for that pressure that's really not coming in on SYRS just yet. A therapeutic stock. Small retail getting excited on this one right here. They just need a little bit of extra large to come in. This thing gonna explode. They got resistance down at that $1.05. That's a big span between that 24 cents and resistance of $1.05, showing the indication that they about to almost just pretty much instantly spike all the way back up there before they even face big resistance. That's crazy. It's gonna be easy on SYRS. Of course, we'll be all over this in the Discord. I'm a pharmaceutical, so needless to say, whatever ailment they trying to cure, probably most likely ain't been getting the job done. Or they stock that was once upon a time at $240 something dollars wouldn't be down here at 24 cents. So you might not be talking about the long term investment on these. Maybe you just talking about the quick move on SYRS. Next, you got TRNR that already been trying to come in for the big bull run. In fact, on multiple occasions, as you can see, coming in for huge spikes, massive spikes. These spikes be crazy on TRNR. Are they playing with this, or are they trying to trick newer investors and newer traders? Is that really them locking in gains off of that? Because small retailers don't be catching stuff like that towards the pre-market, and then they finna short sell that right back off. Lots of small retail can't even trade towards until like 7 a.m. when things open up, and this is why you really want to be watching out for the market manipulation. Because the market makers will be playing with these stocks like that to trick everybody to get up in there, and then once that thing explodes, they're just gonna short that thing back down, catching everybody up in the trap. And This is not a health stock for those, I think it's like a fitness stock or something like that. Fitness stock, yeah, digital fitness platform. Those fitness stocks, not say anything wrong with them, but they probably not the best of the best. Well, look at this. What was this? This is at $34,000, 34 million. What is that? This thing probably done had all kinds of reverse splits to get them up. I'm surprised they was even able to. If those were splits, even able to have that many splits to even push their stock up like that. There's another workout stock, Piton. It's been doing this as well. This is probably the only other fitness stock that I actually could just think of on top of my head. But like I said, my favorite ones on this list are really FCEL. You got FCEL, you got SIDU, I think EFSH. The rest of them are all good as well, but these are especially FCEL. FCEL got the most fundamentals to it. And SIDU probably got the biggest upcoming catalyst for it. I'll update these. Let me know if you are holding in on any of these already. And when you see the alert, if you don't see the alert going out in the Discord, I'm most likely still holding in on that stock still. So you don't really got to worry about too much at all. What you want to do is still just make sure you're going from your targets because maybe I'm still asleep at that time in the morning or something like that while you still up. You never know. So if you go off your targets, then it doesn't matter what somebody else is doing or what somebody else, news say or anything like that because you're following along with your goal and your role. And that's what really matters most, find a way to make yourself most comfortable, take away as many uncertainties as you can, because the more uncertainties you can take away, the more certain you can be. And I'm Billy Banks. I'll see y'all in the next one there. Happy trading.